Hey survivors, Jael here, and today we are gonna do some spying. Yep, we're gonna spy on some dinosaurs. There are a lot of options when it comes to spyglasses, so I have picked three mods, and then of course we are going to view what is available in game. So let's start there. Of course, we have the spyglass that we're all familiar with, the magnifying glass, and then, of course, the tech binoculars. The spyglass is great for looking at the levels of creatures. Downside, of course, is that it does require that you have it in hand, but you are going to be able to see what its level is, but we're not going to know anything about its health, nor are we going to know what it takes to tame it. So we're not going to know how many miho berries or how much kibble or anything like that. Let's see. I am, of course, in creative mode, so I'm not super scared of this guy, although maybe I should still be. But let's see if we can knock you out. Let's see how much health it is. Of course, it's gonna get very mad. Oop, let's not hit the Bronto. We already have it mad at us. No, okay. Oops. Okay. Come on, let's go to CP. Come on. Come on, go sleep. It's your fault. You're the one that decided to be hanging out here. Go sleep. Go sleep. Go sleep. Go sleep. Seems like it's 1:30 whether you hit it in the head or not. Alright. So let's see if we can view its health. Nope. That Bronto does not exist. Okay. Seems like he's stuck in the rock, which may not necessarily be a bad thing. Come on, go sleep. Unfortunately, because I do not know how much health it has, I don't know. Ooh. Well, it's starting to run. That's probably a good sign. Come on, go sleep. Go sleep. Go sleep. And we're down. Of course, once you have it knocked out, you can see. But yeah, this Bronto apparently does not exist. It will not let me view how much health it had with the magnifying glass. That's kind of annoying. Alright, let's see if we can find something else that we can use for our example. Oh, Dodo! Oh, I killed it. Okay, another thing that is cool about the magnifying glass is that it will tell you what you're going to get out of it. The same thing is going to be true if you look at a tree, stone. So that part's kind of cool, but I'm not finding what I need in order to show you what I'm trying to accomplish here. There we go. Go with an 80. Oh, getting all up in my grill. We're missing. There we go. So it shows the torpor, and its health. Next we have the tech binoculars, which are really cool because not only are you going to be able to see the level of the creature, you'll be able to see its stats, its colors, and then of course if there are any sort of mutations. Downside is that in order to use these binoculars, you're going to have tech unlocked and you're going to have to hold them in your hands. Next option, awesome Spyglass. I was absolutely excited when I saw that this had been ported back into ASA because this is a Spyglass that we are the most familiar with. It's going to provide all of the information that we need about a dino as far as its level. It's going to tell what we need in order to tame it, and just your basic information. Also going to give the colors and also tell us about the babies too. So that part is pretty awesome. The only downside is that it's not giving us any kind of mutation information. It is a direct import from the original ASC. I'm going to come back to Super Spyglass just because there are a lot of different options. The next one is going to be Marvelous Spyglass. Now this guy, for all intents and purposes, is Awesome Spyglass. It looks exactly like it. It does all of the same thing. Alright, so it looks like with Marvelous Spyglass, you do not have to put it in your hand, which is an absolute bonus. So that's going to be the same as the Awesome Spyglass. It's going to give us the information we're going to get from the tech binoculars. So we're going to get all of the stat information, the colors, and if there are any mutations. Downside, we're not getting anything that says what we need as far as kibble in order to tame it. Last and certainly not least is the Super Spyglass. Now this one has so many options. It has binoculars which are exactly the same as the tech binoculars, except it's not going to super. So super binoculars are going to take crystal, ingots, electronics, and obsidian. Tech binoculars need to have the tech replicator and requires tech binocular engram. So unfortunately, you're going to have tech unlocked in order to use that, where with the binoculars that come with the Super Spyglass, you're able to just craft it. Next, you have Spyglass Plus, which is considered a weapon, which means that's something that's going to be in your hand, one that's consumable, and then the other one that is a skin. With the skin, you're actually going to be able to equip it onto your helmet. Downside about this is that if your hat breaks, then this is going to break as well. So you're not going to be able to use it if you don't have your hat. And of course, you want to make sure that you see that it's going into your cosmetics. Next, you have the weapon, which is going to be something that you can put into your hand. Why is there never creatures around when I want something to Spyglass? So with the weapon, you are going to have to put it into your hand, but you're able to see the stats of the creature, what it's going to take to tame it, And then, even better, if you look there where the stats are in the middle, you'll see if there has been any mutations on the male or female side, which is pretty amazing. You have what they're calling a consumable. This one you do not have to equip. You don't have to put it in your hand. It will just be there for you, and you can use that to get that same information. The Super Spyglass is what I've been using, and I really like it. I think that it is really easy to use. The only downside is making sure that you actually create the right one, because there are so many options and it isn't clear as to what each one is going to do. So there you have it, survivors. 4 different options to use to spy on those dinos. Which one's your favorite? Are you using any mods? What do you think about the fact that in order to get all those additional stats, you have to have tech unlocked, and you're not going to have tech unlocked until you're in game, unless of course you're in creative mode, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with creative mode, but you really need it as you're building up your team so you can have the absolute best of the best whenever you're fighting the bosses on the island. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to click on this next video that YouTube seems to think that you will enjoy. Until next time, may your views be crystal clear, your dinos well observed, and your survival ascended.